Our Kwaba SI Ediban News Review, Nimdia News, always the best news in town. In Semi Brunana, say Koso Ebio, Ewo Ghana, Amai Muhammad Catcher say for politics and governance, dear. Odi Nimdia News are nowadays. Asem. We bring you all news and Ebio Sono Yedi AC, Amai want also in Answer Brown, and Musa to me Akabi. Yenti and Simbia AC, whom be a Susa at the bottom and so Ebefa. Ghana had politics is about NPP, NDC, and all other political parties are a treasure. And now what in some say, what now what in some say, na in some be esi. Me pese yebetie anan panefo seka kuma yene kwaku anum. Yebetie in some no aba yebia na de adwenkyere enso so aba. Pese wo de comment. Ebeba se de be betumi hunu ya kinkan enso de ama before that no so no subscribe to your channel no. Nimde news na wonsa beka all other relevant news for politics so awa Ghana ha. Yentie nsimi emrasisi a na pese wo de adwenkyere enso ebetudwa. Yentie mra yeba de obia na ene wasaka.
We're young. Azuma Nelson here had one of his important fights with a guy called Jeff Fennick. And producer, don't add this one. Don't add this. This is just talking. Don't add it. Azuma Nelson delivered a big fight with a guy called Jeff Fennick. They fought twice. Jeff Fennick was an Australian. We're just trying to suggest why the mine is named Azuma. And the Azuma name of the mine is actually named after Azuma Nelson, the Ghanaian boxing legend who is part of WBC's Boxing Hall of Fame. The Zoom Zoom, we used to call him. Now, Azuma fought Jeff Fennick on 2 fights. The first one was a draw, and the next one was Azuma won it. It was staged in Melbourne. The first one was in Madison Square Garden in... no, that's not New York. Las Vegas. Madison Square Garden in Las Vegas, the first fight. It was a draw. We were all sitting on tenterhooks. The 3 judges gave it a draw. One judge gave to Azuma, the other one gave to Fennick, and the third one said it was a draw. So it was a draw. So the fight was rescheduled for Melbourne, Jeff Fennick's hometown, and everyone was afraid. Before Azuma went for that fight, he went for blessings from Flight Lieutenant Rawlings. Azuma, the boxing fight was in March, so I'm guessing it was March 1993. This guy went to J.J. Rawlings for blessing, and then he skipped his Christmas. He went away in November to prepare for the fight in Melbourne in Australia. Azuma outpaced Jeff Fennick on the night, beat him up and knocked him down. Azuma Nelson became the undisputed WBC and WBA World Featherweight Champion. So this man here is an Australian. So he comes to acquire a mine in Ghana. He says that, well, the only Ghanaian name that I know that is so prominent is Azuma Nelson. So I call the mine Azuma Mine. That's all you need to know about why the mine is called Azuma. Incidentally, Azuma Nelson was present at the Engineers and Planners event, the signing of what they call the 100 million something. Okay, so this is the background. Forget about it. Now let's get into the story. The company at the center of it all is called Azuma Resources Ghana Limited, or Azuma Ghana. It was incorporated in February 2005 with shares held in the Isle of Man by a company called Eagle Hand. Its antecedents, however, are in Australia. The overseas entity was registered on 23rd December 2004. A little under a year later, it listed on the Australian Stock Exchange, blah, blah, blah. In January 2006, the company, Azuma Resources, was officially admitted, blah, blah, blah. All of this is just background, not too necessary. Azuma Resources came into existence through a series of strategic acquisitions and exploration efforts focused on Ghana's Upper West region. Here is the breakdown of it, and this is where we start. Formation and early exploration of Azuma, 1990s. The Black Volta Gold Project area was first explored originally by BHP. 1998, the Kunche ore deposits was discovered by Ashanti IAMG Gold. 2006, Azuma Resources acquired the project, initially holding only the Kunche deposit. It was listed on the Australian Securities Exchange. Azuma later discovered the Bikpong ore deposit and acquired the Julie deposit. Between 2006 and 2017, the company conducted extensive exploration and drilling, leading to multiple resource updates. The ownership transition, the story gets better. In 2017, Ibera Capital, a private equity firm, entered via a 5% earn-in agreement. In March 2020, Ibera Capital acquired 100% ownership of Azuma Resources. So this is where it begins to get very interesting. Iberia Capital has acquired 100% of Azuma. After all this mine, that mine, AGC discovered, some people go and find money through Iberia Capital. They buy. We have to find out how much they pay to the Minerals Commission, to the government of Ghana for that. But they acquired 100% of the mine. Okay. So this is now Azuma Resources. This is the gold mine. 100% belongs to Azuma Resources. Who is Azuma Resources? Iberia Capital. Who is Iberia Capital? Some Australian people. Who are the Australian people? They are also listed on the Australian Stock Exchange and the Securities Exchange. You can find them. But they own this mine. Where is the mine? Upper West region of Ghana. All right. Now, Azuma Resources entered into an agreement with Ibrahim Mahama's company, Engineers and Planners, where Engineers and Planners will pay Azuma 100 million to acquire their concession. So this was properly done. Engineers and Planners, Ibrahim Mahama's company, in 2021, 22, 23, get into conversation with Azuma. Charlie, you guys will buy your mine. At the back of it, there's a story in the Engineers and Planners document that Azuma was owing the Ghana Revenue Authority some $5 million of money they couldn't pay because exploration was not working, gold prices were down, so they owed some money, something like that. And that's at the back of the story. It is in the Engineers and Planners document. So here, Engineers and Planners said that we will buy your mine, and both parties agree that it's 100 million United States dollars. Okay. It will seem that over time, there was disagreement over the sum to be paid because of an increase in the gold prices, which Azuma believed should also reflect in the value of the mine higher than the gold price value, should reflect in the value of the mine higher. Gold prices means higher value of the mine. Okay, so this is where the confusion starts. $100 million is agreed in the document. But it would appear that from the document, the 100 million, which is the value of the mine, is pledged at the gold price of the day. So I have gold deposits. Today's price of gold is 2 cedis. So I have 500 gold deposits. 500 times 2 is 1,000. So it's 1,000 cedis. So my mine is 1,000 cedis. Then later on, gold prices come up to 6. So 500 times 6 is 3,000, isn't it? So now my mine is no longer 1,000, it's 3,000. Agreement says the value of the mine. So at this stage, Engineers and Planners have to pay Azuma 100 million, but Azuma is saying that no, this is your 100 million there. No. So they go to courts. Engineers and Planners sue in international arbitration that Azuma is reneging on their promise. Azuma too says that you have not even paid me the 100 million according to the timetable we agreed on. So fight has happened. ECOWAS Bank for Investment and Development, they are on this side. IBID was supposed to send 100 million to give to Engineers and Planners for acquisition of the concession. So IBID is to pay Engineers and Planners 100 million. Engineers and Planners is to pay Azuma 100 million. Okay, let's move on. Engineers and Planners failed to make payments as and when due to Azuma. And when Azuma purported to terminate the agreement, Engineers and Planners took the matter to the International Court of Arbitration in London and sought an injunction to prevent Azuma from getting new investors for the Black Volta mine. Okay, so Azuma says, even they said it in their recent press statement, where is the 100 million? Azuma says, I can't find the 100 million you promised me. The threshold for the promise has passed. So I'm not going to sell the mine to you anymore. I am terminating the agreement. So Azuma writes to Engineers and Planners to terminate the agreement. Engineers and Planners say, sure, are you sick? Honey, we'll sue you. You said you are going to give me the mine. We have agreed on 100 million. Now you say my money has delayed, so you are suing me. When I've been paying 500,000, they agreed on some $500,000 to be paid. Engineers and Planners claim they paid it twice or 3 times. Azuma people say that the money was paid to people that engineers benefited from. That's a whole different matter that we are not talking about now. But this is the real situation. So Azuma purports to terminate the contract. Engineers say that you can't terminate the contract. We'll sue you in arbitration. I'm sure that the suit in arbitration is pursuant to an agreement in the contract that all these agreements will be settled by international arbitration in London. Okay, so that arbitration is pending. Whilst the arbitration is pending, or one more step, whilst the arbitration is pending, engineers and planners take out a writ in Accra, the High Court, to prevent Azuma from engaging with other buyers, very similar to the international arbitration suit. And they are asking for an injunction on Azuma that they cannot talk to anybody